the next tape job that we're going to do is turf toe tape job. This is for someone who has a sprain to this joint right here. This is called this is your first toe, first metatarsal. So this is your MP joint. This is where your metatarsal meets your phalanges, MP, metatarsal phalangeal joint. This happens a lot of time with hyperextension injuries of the toe or hyperflexion injuries of the toe. First thing you're going to do is you're going to apply a simple arch, which we've been practicing. Again, we're overlapping our strips by half as we work up the foot. And again, you want to pull up to give support to the arch, even though this is for a toe, not for arch support. Next, we're going to do is take our narrow tape, unless we have someone who has a very big toe, we can use our full tape, and we're going to put overlapping strips around the toe. These are anchors. Our simple arch is also an anchor around the foot. Only real trick to the anchors on the toe is you don't want to end on the side, on either side, because the friction between the toes will cause the anchor to become loose or the closing strips at the end. So try to end on top or bottom. If you can, top's usually would be your best bet. All right, so since turf toe is caused most oftentimes by hyperextension, coming backwards injuries, what we do with this tape job is we get them into a little bit of a flex position, and we run strips from the toe to the arch so that they cannot extend their toe fully. We still want them to have some range of motion, we just don't want extreme ranges of motion. Okay, so what we'll do is we put a strip on the bottom of the foot and run it to the end to our simple arch. So I have them flex just a little bit, and I pull that down snug, and that should hold there as long as she doesn't move her foot back up. I measure my piece out again, running it down. If I find this happens where it's too long, I just didn't guess right when I measured it, not a big deal. Just rip the tape off so that it's going to be covered by your closing strips, which will be your simple arch at the end. We're going to repeat this like so, and usually 3 strips, unless you have someone with a real bad turf toe injury, 3 strips is going to be enough. And then from here, we're doing closing strips around the toe to make sure that this doesn't go anywhere. And again, try to end on top. It's just going to prevent the closing strips from coming off when they're running and during their athletic competition. Okay, so those are our closing strips on top. And we do another simple arch here on bottom to hold this in place. If you notice while you're doing this, the patient starts to extend their toe to test the tape job and this becomes loose, or you want to prevent more extension, what you can do is if I pull on this tight, as you can see, it's going to bring her toe down, okay? And you're just going to smooth it to the point where you want it, the type of range of motion that you want to prevent. And then from there, just close it with your simple arch. Again, can't say it enough, pulling up on the arch. Overlap by half. And you're done.